Hi out there. Today is day 4. I'm so glad I see a person online. And I have a few questions, and whoever is online, I would love for you to interact. Um, I was I was given a feedback that this might not be the most interactive way to create. So, how can we out create it anyway and have fun and create in spite of what medium we choose? So, today's topic is oh, by the way, for those of you who missed out yesterday's topic, it was my personal favorite of the 3 days. And I spoke a little about letting go, and I really, really would appreciate if you guys could look at yesterday's live if you have missed it and if you have not gone through it all the way, because on the fifth day we'll bring it all together and we'll see what it can create. So if you have missed the yesterday's live, please, please, please go have a look at it. And I have requested for sharing with it, so that would be my request. So today it's called, what can I add? What can I add? So before I share how this topic evolved, I'm going to share with you a conversation I heard with a person who had who was quite a senior person and a facilitator. So I watch a lot of these content on YouTube and different platforms because I enjoy seeing how all we can facilitate ourselves towards more ease, more fun, more clarity, more consciousness. And this one facilitator was asked by this senior person, saying that I've lived my life, I've been there, done that, and there is nothing wrong with my life, but the enthusiasm of living has gone. So he asked, "What can I do?" Hi, Archana. I'm so happy you're here. How did I get so lucky? So the response this facilitator was saying to get back enthusiasm was, go try new things. She said that, listen, as a child you're always trying new things. That's what keeps you alive and youthful and happy and healthy and all of that. As we grow up, with respect to movement, because this is a movement life, uh, we kind of reduce the kind of ways we engage with movement. So even small things, I remember people saying things like, as people have when they become parents and they have children, they'll be like, "Beta," if you didn't know Hindi, it's like, "Child, go get me a glass of water." So they start using their children to get them the stuff which you'd probably do on your own, which is not a wrongness at all. Please go ahead and do it if it's honoring of your body, but be present to how you start outsourcing movement in a way that limits you. So, a lot of things which we do organically as children, we probably stop as we grow older, which is not necessarily expansion of our reality. Hey, it's great, like it's great being served if that's what's fun for you. So this is not the point of it. It's just to see where you're stopping yourself from engaging with movement, even in mundane ways or in new ways. So I have a question for you, whoever is online. um, what are the top three things you engage with movement every day? And when I ask that, what comes up? As you're typing out a response, my top three things which I engage with movement when I think of it is, one is walking, which is what I've spoken a lot on this few days. And second is yoga, which also I've spoken about. And the third would be, that's interesting. Apart from walking and yoga, I have not much. I think these are the top two things I engage with when I think of movement. It would be random things like walking up and down the stairs or just getting excited and jumping. So that would be my top three things of engaging with movement. So, what are your top three movement engagement activities? It could be one or it could be more than one. Or if there is nothing, that's also great. So, as we grow up and become adults, we do notice a lot of us doing less and less range of movement activities. And so Archana says gardening, workout, and badminton. Awesome. So that's really good. I love the gardening bit. Andy is saying walking is mine. Yeah. So now I have another question. So each of you, when you see it in the future, see what are your top three or top five or top one ways you engage with movement. Now the second question is, when you were 5 year old, when you were a 5 year old child, what was your top three ways? I also got that movements. I also get that movement I gave up as I grew up. Exactly. That's exactly where my conversation was going. Thanks, Andy. So, when you were a 5 year old child or younger or a little bit older, if I ask you this, what were the few top three engagement of movement you had? Either you won't remember, which is perfectly fine, or it is undefined. You can't really remember because you didn't have a top three. You didn't engage with only three movement activities. You probably did a lot of, you had top three games which you were your favorite for a period of time. Like maybe you liked Lagori, or maybe you liked hide and seek, or maybe you liked running and catching. So in your game time, you had some few activities which were your favorites, but you didn't have top three movement activities. It was perhaps more undefined, and then we started defining it. So, what would it take for us, even if we had definition, that's not the, that's okay. What would it take for us to have more undefined movement possibilities in our life? And what would it take more than that for us to add more things which can create joyful movement in our life? So, this is an invitation for you to see that. For this, here's my suggestion. Every day, if you've not seen yesterday's live, I've repeated asking your body, what would you like to move and how would you like to move? Now, here's another new thing which you can add for the next week, for the next month, next year, whenever, however long you would like. Hey, body, would you like to add a new movement possibility in your life today or this week? Shall we all try it? Like, hey, body, would you like to add a new movement possibility in your life? If you get a yes, if you get a no, first of all, that's fine. How does it get even more amazing than that? And if you get a yes, ask what is it? What is the new movement possibility or possibilities I can add, which will be fun for me? You know, very strangely, Archana had written badminton. I also got what we call shuttlecock or badminton. It's like, I had never thought of that as a movement possibility. So I'm going to see what that is. Maybe buy a new badminton racket and play. So ask and add. This is one of the ways you bring back movement possibilities in your life. Asking what are the possibilities. And we are so lucky that we live in an era where we have so many possibilities, both in your vicinity and online. And we went through a very interesting period where everything went online. So our reality for movement range became more. You can even ask, do you want to do it online or do you want to do it in person? Now we have that extra benefit. And do you want to go to nature? Do you want to do free form? Keep asking, keep adding. That's how our youthfulness and possibilities and creativity gets just like exponentialized. So I got badminton. So you find out, hey buddy, would you like to add a movement range and what would it be? Like literally, what are the things which are showing up in your reality when you ask? Can you type it out? Recently, I found out about hula hooping. I found out about um, dancing has always been like so many genres of dancing. um, Free form, there's five senses, if you like, there's so many ways people can add movement. So, and don't make it wrong that if you try one thing for like 15 days and then you stop, ask your body, is are we done with this for now? And if your body says yes, honor it, it's okay. Sometimes you may go on for longer time, sometimes it will be shorter. So will you guys see if it is fun for you and your bodies to add more movement possibilities? And that can create something brand new for you. And guess what? This is something I've always been present to. So Archana says Zumba and aerial yoga is what she's been aware of. Yeah, aerial yoga is something I've tried, which is really good. Zumba is also something I've tried. This is awesome. So thanks for sharing that. Like so many of us don't know so many of the things which are there, and even sharing it can be a big contribution. Thank you for that. And yeah. Oh, so she got. So you want to try Zumba and aerial yoga? Please go for it, Archana, and tell me if it how it works out. Aerial yoga can be really fun, from my experience. So, so ask your body and try out, and then ask, "Hey, body, where can I go? Who can I speak to? What can I do to get this possibility into my reality?" So I got shuttlecock. So I'll ask my body, "Hey, who can I speak to? Where can I go to create this happening in my life?" So I'm getting to speak to Archana. So I'm gonna ask her after this call, what can I do to have badminton as a reality in my life? Anandita says, I don't get any form, but more movement in general. So that's also one of the many ways your body can respond. She says, these days I'm happy to stand at a spot and shake. Fantastic definition. Like standing and shaking, going out and playing, all of this is a way to create movement. And you know what I wanted to share about this, asking your body and adding to your life different things. Let's say we have taken one topic of movement and asking what and asked what we can add to it. It can have a repercussion in all areas of your life. Just choosing one aspect of your life can have an effect in other parts of your life. And to give you an example, because I today's topic was what can I add, and it was with respect to movement. Still, I was like, every day I'm sitting at my desk and the same background. Every day I'm like, okay, I should go to a different spot like my terrace, and it's too late in the evening to go because it gets dark by the time the life gets over. So I was like, ah. So I asked this question: what can I add? Where else can I sit? What can I add in terms of where I can sit? It had never occurred to me to sit in this angle on the floor with this as a backdrop. So asking question in one area of your life can have the same energy can show up in different places. Maybe you'll add friends, maybe you'll add new experiences because of it. So it's the same thing can have a repercussion effect, and it can show up in different ways in your life. So this was about what can I add, and let's go add new things and keep creating what our body likes. I think we're more or less done for today. Anything you have to share, please type out. Otherwise, I'm so excited you guys were there today. And how does it get better? What else can we add today? And which will create greater for us, the planet, our bodies, the future we're asking for. And what else is possible? I get that we are done. Thank you so much for being online. See you tomorrow.